right, and good morning, and welcome to our daily Devo for the first day of August today. The first day of August, wow. So it is. We're going to start this week off with a two-parter because this is a kind of a lengthy one. It's entitled Jesus on Lifestyle. Jesus on Lifestyle. Kind of lead in line that he has with all of these. You don't see it, but it's all capitalized, kind of kicks off the thought process. People are a priority for God. People are a priority for God. People were made to be loved, and things were made to be used. But often we get this confused, and many of the world's problems are caused because we love things and use people. If you want to take a good, honest look at what your priorities are, get out your checkbook, credit card statement, and examine the things you spend money on. Still not sure? Then get out your planner or calendar and explore the things you give your time to. Do we have Jesus's priorities? Are we living gospel values? The answer is usually yes and no. We do and are to some extent, but there is still a lot of work to be done. The world is constantly trying to seduce us to make things, money, accomplishments, and comfort the priorities of our lives. And we have all worshiped these things to varying extents by giving them an inordinate place in our lives. So once again, Jesus challenges us to rethink everything surrounding the way we live. I'm going to break it down, some categories. The first one is things and people. You've heard it said that the best things in life are not things. So what are the best things in life? What are the best things in your life right now? And what are the best things that are not in your life yet because you don't even know that, because you don't even know that they should be? A lot of our modern lifestyle is based on having things. Jesus rejected the idea that things should have a primary place in our lives. Other than the clothes on his back and the sandals on his feet, he had nothing. And his teachings constantly affirmed that people were primary and things were secondary. Our collective lust for money and things has blinded us to the real and legitimate needs of so many people. Some of these people live just a few blocks from us. Others live on the other side of the world. All are children of God, and that makes them our brothers and sisters. The problem is we value some people more than other people. Jesus doesn't do that. If 100 people died in a natural disaster in our city, this would capture our attention for days, weeks, months, and even years. If 1,000 people died on the other side of the world, we might barely think of it again after watching the story on the news. Why do we value American lives more than African lives? Why are we comfortable with Asian children sewing our running shoes in horrific conditions for wages that are barely enough to buy food? What is so important? Cheap shoes? Cheap clothes? Cheap drill bits? Cheap stuff? Would you be willing to pay a little more? How much more? Our quest for more and more of everything is affecting real lives. Our quest for the cheapest of everything is literally killing people in other parts of the world. Those people over there in other countries whom we so easily place apart from us are men and women just like you, with hopes and dreams. And they have children just as precious to them as your children are to you. Our cheap stuff comes with a price tag, heartache, and suffering. Jesus wants to challenge our attitudes and behaviors toward things because they affect our attitudes and behaviors toward people. Mother Teresa wrote, "Live simply so that others may simply live," unquote. How many of the world's problems are caused because too often we love things and use people? Really challenging. I've heard these conversations. I've read books that talk about such things, and it's just difficult to find all the places like they describe where basic slave labor is making the products that we buy, that we want to get at a good price. We get angry when we don't get them at a good price. Right now, we're all in a tizzy over rising costs, rising inflation. And meanwhile, we still have so much more than other people in the world. People who are producing some of our food, people who are producing our clothes, people who are building our technology. This is going to be a challenging Devo to finish up for Tuesday morning, but already we're being challenged to care for what Jesus cares for. Or maybe better put, to care for those whom Jesus died for. Welcome to a challenge on Monday morning.